Hello, everybody, and welcome to Girl, Let's Agree to Disagree 2021, ladies! Happy 2021!
I'm doing great. It's a new year, new Bachelor.
Hello.
I am so excited to finally talk to you, ladies. I feel like it's been a whole year since the last time I saw you guys, and I was kind of missing you all. I was missing, everything goes into reruns during Christmas season, so it's just kind of like blah blah. But we get to spend time, with loved ones and whatnot. But before we talk about absolutely anything and everything, we want to thank absolutely everybody who's on live with us tonight in the chat rooms. Blow it up, comment. We miss you guys. Thank you for tuning into us. If this is your first time, click like, subscribe, share, tell people about this. We recap and we'll be recapping The Bachelor every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central. And we also do the challenge on Thursdays at the same exact time. Click like, subscribe. Also follow us on IG. Super Chat is also a great way to support us. We love you. And okay, let's get started.
I just have a quick question, and I feel like, Hannah, I should have asked you this in our friendship by now, but have you ever said howdy? Like, I feel like I deserve like a howdy, y'all. Is that just
No?
Like,
do I give off like horse girl vibes to you? Like,
listen, everything south of Maryland, I consider the South, and everyone's wearing spurs as far as I'm concerned. I honestly don't know.
I have never said the word howdy in like a non-ironic way ever. Never as like a greeting or anything. But there probably are people in Tennessee that do use that as a greeting.
Okay.
Just not me.
Just wondering.
That's hilarious. Good answer. Good questions and good answers. See, this is why we all belong on reality recapping. So
no, honestly, like, I'm sorry. I feel like I just offended Hannah. Like, I'm literally so sorry. But like,
I'm just like trying to figure out what I've done up until this point to give you the impression that I would say that.
Yeah,
I'm like wondering where I went wrong.
It's because you have a little bit of an accent, probably.
A little bit. She doesn't have a little bit of an accent. She has an accent.
You have an accent, a little. But
y'all, I thought howdy was coming right beforehand, so you never know.
Maybe that's what I'll start saying at the beginning. Howdy, y'all.
Yes.
I mean, I say hola, everybody. So say hola.
Just cowgirl hat, and let's do it.
Let's give a shout out to some of the people that are on tonight. Jules, hello. I'm Julie, brand new, big fan of all three of you. Welcome, Jules. We're excited to have you. And Moses, he has been, or they have been, I don't know if it's a he or she, I apologize. But they have been on multiple chats. And Joseph, hey, it seems like yesterday these ladies are putting a bow on. Yeah. On Tayshia finding new love, and now they're back to do it again. I feel like it's just been so back to back.
Well, it's not normally. Normally there's like 6 months in between, or like it's totally different parts of the year. It's not 6 months. It's normally like The Bachelor comes on right now, and The Bachelorette normally comes on in like May. So there's like a couple months in between. But this was very, very quick turnaround.
Absolutely. And we're feeling it. But let's
start again.
Yeah. Tayshia, yeah. Now Tayshia's happily ever after. We saw some pictures of her and her boo during Christmas. You have Claire and Dale doing TikToks together. Everybody's one big happy. Did you see that last TikTok that they did?
No, I try not to like literally the moment I see them pop up on my Reels feed, I scroll quickly so that they don't get like one of my views, because I don't want my algorithm to start being saturated with because that's how it works. Like you watch a little bit too much of Claire and Dale, and then you start seeing you're suddenly inundated with Clayle or whatever they call themselves.
Well, that's why you need to be on TikTok instead, because you can just say not interested. And then,
ooh, okay, Instagram, get it together.
But I see you trying to do the reels. I see you trying to do the reels. I try to make the reels and stuff. Instagram wants you to do it, so I'm trying to do it.
Yeah,
it is what it is.
Look, I am going to say to whoever is doing reels out there, you go, because seriously, that is one of the hardest things ever. Like, it is so time consuming. It is so, and I'm very much of a perfectionist in nature, and so I can never seem to get it right.
I've made a couple now, and the reason is because they like Instagram is like pushing that content out because it's new and they like want it to do well. And so I actually know a girl who went from like, and I mean, she's super cool too. She's in like aerospace engineering, and she went from like 2,000 to 12,000 followers within like a month from Reels. So
you guys were supposed to see that. So let's sharing that screen.
Anyways, Instagram, TikTok aside, let's talk Bachelor.
Yes, let's talk The Bachelor, Mr. Matt James. And disclaimer, I am the only Mrs. James around here. Okay. I'm like,
how did I not know that was his last name?
Yes, I am.
No.
I am Jessica Milagros Guzman Sanchez James. But that James is all the way at the end for a reason. You like how everybody would say that. Jessica Milagros Guzman Sanchez James. So yeah, I am.
You know what? That's for now.
I know.
Because you know what? There's a new James coming to us. So.
Yes, and that is Matt James, Mr. Matt James, 28, real estate broker, ex-football, star. What else? Working with kids. Yeah, he used to be a football player. When I saw all of those old pictures of him, I was just like, oh my gosh, was he adorable or was he adorable?
No, like he's so, to me at least, like he's so pure. Like he just seems like such a genuinely nice guy, doesn't have a mean bone in his body, and he's just like, I don't know if I would go as far as to say like he just wants to find love, because his best friend is Tyler C. I'll just leave that to interpret it to be whatever you want. But he just seems like someone who is just ready to take the experience for what it is. And I like that. I wish I was there to experience it with him.
So do we have like pros and cons on this man? Because I'll start. I'm not going to lie. I kind of had some prejudgments going in with him coming in, because I wanted Mike to be the Bachelor. So that was, my whole thing of like, he's never been part of the Bachelor franchise. He doesn't know what the hell's going on. Why are they picking this guy? And then the whole Claire, the whole Claire blow up when she like publicly attacked him on Twitter, and just kind of, it kind of threw me off for a loop. And so I was just kind of hesitant going in to see what kind of a guy he was going to be. Because let's get real. Like, you meet him during the quarantine, TikTok famous. So all of a sudden you're thinking this guy likes the limelight. He likes the attention. Maybe he's just hungry or starved for attention.
I saw it as he was bored and he has a famous friend and like they were just doing stuff together. But I will say, yes, I do really like that he wasn't previously in Bachelor Nation, because, that means he didn't. I always see people who are contestants and then become like the lead, as a lot of them, not all of them, as kind of like fighting for that number one spot. Like as they make their exit, they're auditioning. Yeah,
they're like auditioning for it.
And I like that he didn't have that. Like, that's why I feel like he's just so like Tyler probably prepped him a lot of what he was going to expect from like production and like, the audience, etc. And I like that. Like, I like that he's fresh. And I think people have been asking for this for a long time. Like, bring in a lead who isn't a contestant. Like, bring in someone who's just a fresh face. We want that. And now we have it.
Yeah, and I mean, I can see like what you were saying, Jess, but also like kind of like what you said, Kimmy, he literally is just friends with these people and then they started doing it because they were bored and he got kind of thrust into that. And like, in what world, if you were in that position, would you say no to this, like to this opportunity? Like, why would you do that? And I feel like any doubts I had about him, the second that he did that little thing where immediately before he met any of the women, he sat down with Chris Harrison and started talking to him. He just seemed so genuine because I feel like that was one of the first times that we've ever seen one of the leads really like, other than just being like, oh my God, I'm so nervous, like actually talk about like, I'm kind of freaking out right now. Like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't know what's going on. And it just seemed a lot more genuine. Like he had moments where he seemed like he was a little bit flustered or like didn't know what to say. And I thought it just seemed so much more like real and like less rehearsed than previous. But yeah, he's the first one since Brad Womack's season that wasn't a contestant before. So it'll be interesting.
There was a moment where I think it was Abigail said, you know, all we hear is like, Matt, Matt, Matt. He's so amazing. He's like this God. And he's like, yeah, like you could just see him kind of cringe. Like, yeah, it's weird. Like, I'm just like here, you know, to date, just like you guys are. And it, like, I love that perspective of it. Like, I'm just a guy, like looking to find someone instead of like, you know, I'm looking to find the right girl for me. And I hope that you're that. Cause it does create this kind of like power dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Whereas he, you know, was basically like, let's just see if we get along.
Mm-hmm. Well, I think the show kind of banks on that. Like you good?
Sorry. Yeah.
I think the show kind of banks, like the producer bank on that power dynamic too, because it makes people so much more emotional than they would be normally. Because normally, I mean, realistically, how many girls do you know who would cry over, you know, being rejected by someone they've known for 5 minutes? But when it's somebody who's been just like hyped up this much and it's like, you know, you went through all this to be there and everything, like they're like upset. And I feel like that goes to like, it plays into it as the season goes on. So maybe they can keep more of that like level dynamic as they go forward this season, since they were like both going through it for the first time, you know?
Absolutely. So let's talk a little bit more about this handsome hunk right here. But you know, one of the things that I really loved about him was that dynamic that they showed with his mother, and that also kind of made him there was a lot of things that I really loved I mean, the prayer sold it for me. I was just like, that's it, I'm done. This guy is I'm sure everybody felt that way.
We should talk about that actually, because I don't think everybody did. So I definitely saw.
I know Reality Steve didn't.
There were definitely some people who were like, you know, that is like can make people who aren't religious uncomfortable, or like who don't share the same religion as you uncomfortable. And like normally in any other situation, I would 100% agree. But like you're on a show to date someone, and that's like obviously a big part of his life. Mm-hmm. And so you have to be like, even if you don't share it, it has to be something that you can respect. And I think it's good that he like at least let it be known at the very beginning, so that you don't have a similar like Tayshia and Ivan situation.
Absolutely agree 1000%. Like first of all, I don't know Steve, so no offense to him, but I honestly don't care if he didn't like it, because he's not dating Matt. So he's like, what does he have to say? Like for those who were uncomfortable at the moment to see it, then thank you, good riddance. Maybe this was a good way to show you that, oh, this might not work out with me and him because I didn't like that, you know? And then they'll stay around and, you know, try to get the fame and the glory like some girls.
Yeah. With dating, I mean, you have to be either compatible in that sense, or you at least have to be like, have to respect each other's. And so I don't think that like doing that at the beginning and like at least making that known is a bad thing in this situation.
Absolutely. Let's talk about his mom. And Moses is like, his mom's attractive. She's a little hottie. She's wearing them liquid spandex pants, them the pleather, those leather pants, and looking all cute. I was like, okay.
Hold on, I'm looking up his mom right now because I missed like the first 5 minutes of it last night.
Oh, did you all not see? Oh, so you guys didn't see his mom? His mom,
you know, for him to be black and his mom to be white, they look exactly alike.
They have very similar bone structure. Oh my God. I'm looking at them right now.
very, very,
for sure.
very, very
That's
much
cute.
so. They were very, and it's the dynamic there. You're gonna see, I'm sure, is that he is definitely a mama's boy, and those are good men. Let's hope that the one it's not a Barbara, that it's not a Barbara situation.
You're gone.
That is not a Barbara situation. So
that was another breakup, Peter and Kelly. Rip.
Yeah. That one was interesting. Yeah.
Hi,
And then
Jillian.
I know, I'm sorry. But that one was surprising. I thought that they were going to last. I thought they were definitely going to go the distance.
It seemed like it was Peter that, like, and I could be reading into it too much, but like, she had posted something like 3 days before he made his announcement where she had like socks on, like had his face on them. And then he like made his announcement first. It seems like it was like him, but I don't know. Could be wrong.
well, that would be.
I wouldn't be posting pictures of me wearing socks with my partner's face on them if I was sensing a breakup coming.
No Ovi-faced socks.
I have Mowgli face socks that will last me a lifetime.
So let's go into like Mystic Falls. I was laughing, Hannah, at your tweet because you were like, this place makes, as you said, looking to look like a Red Roof Inn. And I was dying.
That place, okay, the place where Matt's season is being filmed, I forget what it's called. It's beautiful. Like, that is what I just think the fall like vibe is just so much more romantic, and like there's so many more activities there. Like, what did Claire have? There was a pool. Tasha, there was a pool and the grass, and that was it. He's got like, what is it? The little like the lines, like the thing you like slide down. What is that called?
The zip line?
Zip line. He's got zip lines and like all this other stuff. It just looks so much prettier. I don't know. I like the vibe better. And they're not all sweating.
Wondering what the story is behind that, like why the girls got pretty much shed on this season with the space. If whether it was literally just growing pain or just like learning experiences, or if they knew that it's called Mystic Falls, right?
It's not called Mystic Falls.
It's not called.
That's from Vampire. That's from Vampire Diaries.
That's where. No, I thought really.
It's called Nema Colin. Somebody put it in the comments. Mystic Falls is from Vampire Diaries, baby.
No, oh no, that's where Matt is from. Mystic Falls, North Carolina. Come on, I didn't just write Mystic Falls for any.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, it's something like that. Okay, if someone knows in the chat, just I know everybody's gonna laugh, but if y'all know, let us know why the hell in my notes it says Mystic Falls. I was not thinking or dreaming about Vampire Diaries when I wrote that note. I promise.
Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, the place is absolutely gorgeous, and it reeks Bachelor. That is what.
Oh yeah.
Like it feels like the pandemic doesn't exist. To be quite honest,
that is the type of scenery that is like that makes you fall in love. Like how I was saying about that last final date with Zach and Tasha, how they were in front of that beautiful like castle-looking building with the lights and the trees, and it just looked so regal. That is what this like entire environment is. It's like, okay, here I am about to lose my freaking glass slipper and like fall in love with Matt James. Like it's beautiful. And then like they walking in on the red carpet, a lot of them falling. But and also, can we talk about that? Like the steps were like this far apart and like this tall.
Poor girls. So many girls fell on, like literally fell on those steps.
In, like ball gowns, and the steps are like this tall. Like they have to literally like pull up their entire dress and like hope they did their yoga that week, and then just like jump. Like it was ridiculous. I would have been pissed. The only girl who had the advantage was Sweetheart in the lingerie because she didn't have that much gown to.
Oh, and Kit. And Kit with that curly thing in her boots.
God awful dress. Oh my God.
Listen, Hannah, please. Okay, she said fashion entrepreneur.
She gave me she gave me influencer vibes. She definitely did.
Her mom is Cynthia Rowley.
Who is that?
A designer.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I feel like I could be wrong, but I feel like Cynthia Rowley is like, she's a designer and she's been very popular for a long time. So I know who she is because I feel like she, like that. I just grew up watching like fashion design shows and stuff, but that dress was ugly and it was her mom that designed it. So I get it, but that dress was hideous. And maybe for like a further down the line, like date or something, but I just did not get it.
Not at all. It's giving Ginny Humphrey.
It was, yes, it's giving me very much so Ginny Humphrey, but like that was the best you could get for your limo exit dress. Like
no, but it wasn't even out of the limo. Like the girl wanted
exactly. I'm getting one thing, the dress, but those boots, like it
was bad.
It was
bad.
If she was really hoping for Jacquemus to be watching, you know, and maybe snatch her up as an intern, baby, you got another thing coming.
You know who did look high fashion though? Chelsea. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
She has the bald head and she had like the black, really high fashion looking dress on.
Yes.
Oh my God, she's so hot.
She was working that dress. Absolutely.
That is what I would expect someone who calls himself a fashion entrepreneur to be wearing.
Yes, and she's a runway model. She screams runway model. Like Matt was looking, I was laughing at all the times Matt was like saying damn and wow and whoa. And because there were so many girls, not Kit, but so many girls that were on point with their, you know, with their ensembles. And let's talk about some of them. So there were girls. So obviously there's 32 girls. We can't go through all 32 of them. I'll probably like, you know, stab my eyes if we go through all 32 of them. But quickly, who were your favorites? Like who stood out to you all?
Oh my God, Maggie. Literally natural beauty, accent, just like
she's the Ethiopian girl, right?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, she's so gorgeous.
Graceful.
Her hair, insane. Her dress, everything. Like, oh my God, she looks perfect.
Even up to even like her accent. Like Steve was watching with me, and he legit was like, this girl is straight out of Coming to America. Like she is like the princess, like the princess. You know, she is like, and I was looking and I was like, oh hell, this girl has to get a rose. For those of y'all, I'm just gonna like say who, like even she's gorgeous. This woman is like beautiful.
She's so pretty.
Maggie.
Okay, so then I also really liked Chelsea. She was the one that we just talked about. She was another favorite of mine. Abigail, the girl who
Abigail.
got the
Abigail, who got
She was
the
sweet.
first impression rose. I like she
Mhm.
also very much touched me. I would agree with you. Like she's one of my favorites. Mainly the fact that she was so I mean, it was one of the first things that she told Matt was that she was, you know, that she was deaf. And I feel like that's so hard. You don't see a lot of bachelorettes coming into this franchise with that type of
You don't see a lot of people come in with like really any kind of like visible disabilities.
yeah, and
And
hers is still not visible, you know. It's still
well,
not
she wears a cochlear implant, so technically, I mean, it is. But I think that somebody said, I don't know if it's completely true or not, but I think somebody said that she was like the first hearing impaired contestant. So I'm not sure, but
yeah, she is gorgeous, and she is really
she is
sweet,
beautiful.
too. She's beautiful.
Oh, somebody said that she has a PhD. Wow. I don't know if they're talking about her or not, but anyways, she's gorgeous and she gave me good vibes.
Yeah, she I forgot what they said that she was doing. I mean, she's a financial manager, so hey, what she does. They're very smart women on the show. So I personally loved Alicia, and it really broke my heart that it really broke my heart that she was not chosen. She was the ballerina.
She's the ballerina.
Yeah.
And pretty.
And I totally didn't get it. And I think that that's when I realized that I had to take my stand card from Matt just, you know, for a little bit longer. Like I gave it to him with the Abigail, you know, first impression rose. And I was like, oh, like this is so awesome because he doesn't seem like a very vain man. And then I realized that like Abigail went out first than this Victoria chick, and I was just like, oh hell, no, I gotta take back that stand card, boo. I'm sorry.
You mean Alicia?
Huh?
Alicia went out.
Yeah.
I don't think we can take the stand card away from him because there's only like, we know that it's a TV show and there's like only so many I think that he gets the choice on. And I think there are definitely girls that got roses. The one specifically that was not his choice.
Yeah. Our resident Corinne / aspiring Demi of the bunch.
She's like so much more annoying than Corinne ever was, though. Like, at least from what I remember.
Yeah,
God, it was just like blatant.
Genuinely her personality, whereas like Victoria, I feel like she saw something and it worked for certain people, and now she's trying to like throw acid on it or something.
Throw acid. Throw acid on it, huh?
I didn't like her dress. I didn't like the crown. I didn't like any of it. It just was not, none of it was working for me.
Absolutely none of it. I agree.
She even went in and you can see like other women trying to talk to her at first, and she's just like, yeah. And just like looking around. It's just so awkward. I don't know. I'm not a fan.
Absolutely. No, I think that it's interesting. Like you can tell that this girl has absolutely no desire to find true love, that she's literally there for a camera. And
unfortunately, we are so deep into the social media life that even the audience can see through it, and she might not amass the following that she's hoping to with her shenanigans.
Somebody said, who's worse, Kit or Victoria? 1,000% Victoria.
Absolutely.
Wait,
1,000%.
Victoria?
Somebody said, who's worse, Kit or Victoria?
Yeah.
Victoria.
Yeah.
I don't even know. Maybe Kit won't be that bad. I think she's just got that kind of like gossip girly like attitude, which is, I mean, it is what it is, but I think it's much more like tolerable than this queen act. I don't know. I think that's genuinely Kit's personality, which it is what it is. You can say whatever you want about that, but I think Victoria's is just like a joke. Like, I don't know.
Absolutely. And you already have Miss Queen Demi said Victoria already made herself an enemy. She said, it's me. You don't know shit about me, the queen. You just gotta go. You gotta earn your crown. Yeah, this girl was a little much. She was way too much for me. She, like first, this is a personal opinion, and I think all women are beautiful.
Ooh, what are we about to get? What tea are we about to get?
I honestly feel like all women are beautiful in their own way. I just think that someone like Victoria definitely has a false perceived notion of what she actually looks like. And to me, nothing about her screamed queen to me. If anything, it was a mess. Like I even think that she was drunk because she was
definitely
sweaty. She was sweaty, drunk. Like, bitch, a queen would have blotting towels, okay? Like a queen would be in the mirror making sure she looked presentable. And let's get real. Queens don't call themselves queens. They do not.
You don't have to.
You don't have to. It is just a state of mind. It is something that people give to you. And I will leave it at that.
Anyway, so Jessica's saying essentially that she thinks she looks like hot shit and she doesn't to her. So
and how she was like belittling so many of the other women. Even like Kit might not even be my favorite, but even the way how she was like, "Excuse me, princess, the queen's arrived." I'm like, I would have got up and snatched whatever crown she had and fucking threw it. Like,
so she was talking to Sydney because she's from Nashville, and she was like, "You're in marketing. Go market yourself." And I swear, like, I'm in marketing, and that like triggered my like fight or flight. I was like, "What?" I was just so like, "Why would you say that?" She was definitely drunk when she said that. Like, once she got in that house, she was gone.
Yeah.
But let's talk about one of the things that kind of confused me during this episode were the women who just sat. Well, I don't know if it was editing, but the girls that just sat there and did nothing to like talk to Matt. And it's weird because sometimes it's kind of like, oh, I didn't have enough time to talk to him. But someone like Victoria talked to him twice.
And
so
out talking to him multiple times.
Yeah. So my question is it right? Like, I get it. You know, Kemi, you and I were on reality TV where you kind of have to, fend for yourself, and you have to talk to people to make sure you're safe and, you're not eliminated and all of that good ish. But seriously, should those girls have had, like, do you think they had enough time? Should they have talked to him? Like,
I mean, with what you just said being said, who's to know if they did talk to him after they said that? And because they ended up going home, we didn't see those conversations. That could very well be the case. That is probably the case. But yeah, I think even just talking about not talking to him in general, like, there's no reason to even bring it up. Like, for me, like, if I seriously went there to get to know The Bachelor and not just to, like, because I mean, people come on The Bachelor for different reasons, right? Like, some people come on because they think they might have a genuine connection with the lead. Some people come on because, they want exposure for whatever, career opportunities may come their way. And some people come on because, they want to make friends and want to have a good time and travel and etc. So, whatever the motivation may be, if I knew that I could potentially have a genuine connection with the lead, I would make sure that I found the time. Otherwise, it is what it is.
Yeah, and I mean, we've seen people do interviews and talk about like they are there all night long. And I don't know if you guys noticed this, but like when they went in, they're definitely getting there at night. It's dark outside. When the girls who got sent home first were walking out, it's daylight. So like they are there until the morning. And so you're like saying that in none of that time you didn't have a chance to like go steal him from someone else. You didn't have a chance to, and I get not wanting to like step on people's toes, but like if you are there, even if you're just there for your like social media clout, like you got to work harder than that.
That's true. It just bothered me because it looked like Kit legit just sat down, gave him a snow globe, and all of a sudden Victoria's like, okay, princess, let the queen,
Yeah.
While other girls while other girls like take him on a, in the back of a, pickup truck. Another one's like playing chess with him. It's just, if anybody knows the secrets behind that, because I'm really interested to know how and why one person gets to play chess while another one is scrambling to like get time with them.
I want to know how if they are there for like legit 12 hours, how do some of them still look good at the rose ceremony? Because I just know that me, like, after a few hours, my makeup's creasing. Like, it's just not, like, I just don't know how they still looked, like, snatched.
Honestly, like, a few hours, girl, bless your heart, because I need to be the first one out the limo. I'd be looking like a grease ball in, like, 2 seconds.
And they don't even have, like, I need to know the backgrounds of this. Like, did you get to bring a purse? Like, did someone bring a purse in for you with, like, your lipstick and your powder and stuff? Like, what are you doing all night? Because realistically, like, I'd have a lot of questions. Like, where's your...
I see Jess.
You knew what I was going to say.
I know what you're about to say.
Can we spill the tea on a little bit of, like, production? Or is that... Can we do that?
I think so.
Who wants to hear a little bit of the background? No. So, specifically on Big Brother, because I cannot say like if it was on anywhere else, but I'm pretty sure this is across the board. In the diary room, there were multiple bags with our names on them. And it had the color of our skin powder. They had blotting towels. They had tissues. They had pretty much everything. Eye drops, whatever we needed. And we had our own little bag. So behind the couch, there would be like a basket. So if we needed to touch up, that's where we would do it. So I'm pretty sure that unless a girl, AKA Victoria, didn't care because she's like the queen, right? Like she don't care what she looks like. She probably didn't ask for a blotting towel or like powder.
A little greasy.
She was looking mad greasy.
That would be legitimately all I was thinking about. I'd be like, holy shit, there's 15 cameras on me. And I just chugged 3 cocktails. I know my lipstick is messed up. Like, that's all I do.
I was always screaming. Like, I was always not screaming, but I was always saying out loud, I was like, you're not going to bait me. This is not going to happen. You are not going to call me at 1 a.m. and me not have my makeup on. You're not going to do this to me. Like, I would always
I didn't answer.
I was always, sometimes I
don't even want to think about those late night calls. Like, the minute that you wash your makeup off, then they say that they need you in full hair and makeup. I am ready to grab a lawyer just for that. Simply.
Wait, so you would have your makeup off and then ask you to redo it?
Hannah, it's not even that simple. Like, if it was just that, we would be fine with it. We would then do the DR and then we would be done. And then we would go back, wash our makeup off, go back to sleep. 2 minutes later, actually, we need to clean up one of those sounds. Can you do your makeup again and your hair again?
And
it takes me like 30 minutes to get ready.
There was one night where I had to do my makeup 4 times within the span of like 2 hours because I kept taking it off, going back to sleep, and they kept calling. Like,
it was so weird too because we would wake up and we would wake up to just the sound in the house, and it was really odd the way you would like wake up to it, because I remember waking up once and it'd be like, Kemi,
Yeah.
Kemi, and then we're like, everybody's dead asleep.
God,
We're like, hello, is it time? Are you taking me?
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was the worst.
Yeah,
I would
but
be so mad.
oh,
Anyway,
yeah. After a while, I said to myself, I was just
And after that, you don't even win the 500,000. But we're not bitter.
no,
Let's
not at all. We
about that.
keep going. Oh, see, look, ta-da! Started late, but Mystic Falls is the name of Matt's section house in the resort. That's where he was living, in Mystic.
Thank you, Ellie.
Mystic Falls. Thank you so much, Ellie. I appreciate that. Sometimes, you know, I did have it in my mind, and I was thinking like I was gonna be
okay, so it didn't come out of nowhere.
It didn't come out of nowhere. I wasn't, even though I love Vampire Diaries, I was not thinking of Vampire Diaries or the originals or anything like of the sort. But yeah.
Okay, so let's go to rose ceremony.
Yeah. Let's talk about the rose ceremony. Is there anything else? I'm surprised. I thought any of you guys were gonna say Kayla, because I really liked Kayla. Like the whole she is the Black girl who also is from North Carolina, who came in the pickup truck. Super down vibes. It's like, it screams Black love. It's like, oh my God, they're.
Well, the thing is, like, she gives me friend vibes with him. Like, it definitely gave me very, like, you know, one of the friends, like my best girlfriend who maybe I fall in love with if nothing works out with. Because, like, Matt to me seems like a romantic. Like, he likes not the traditional roles of men and women. That's a bad way of putting it. But he likes the, like the flirtation and like the like sweet like nature versus like the like friendship vibes, you know?
Yeah,
like,
I can see that.
Yeah.
I thought he seemed really into Rachel.
Yes. Oh my God.
He definitely was into her.
Third eye is open.
Yes.
Literally, I told my best friend, I'm like, she's definitely top 4. There's no way that Rachel's not top 4.
She has the look of like the Hannah Ann and like that kind of look. And you just know, like, it's always those girls that have, I put her and like Hannah Ann and like Cassie Randolph in like the same category. They've got that like soft girl vibe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
It's funny that you said Cassie Randolph. I see that.
Like all 3 of them to me, they give me very like natural beauty, like, I don't know. I think it's just because they all have like really clear skin and pretty hair and blue eyes.
And big teeth.
Yeah, big, like pretty smiles. Just very conventionally attractive girls, like across the board, that like that kind of look. But anyways,
one other
very into her.
One other attractive girl that kind of was like, damn, was Mari. And I'm gonna say Mari, not Mari. That got me really upset. She's Puerto Rican. Her name is Mari. Mari, though, for Mari, for everybody else who can't say Mari, she was like Badungadunk Nation. Like that walk, did you see, like in her silver dress, and then she walked away, and it was just like hourglass for days, and it was just like bam, bam, bam. Like you just kind of like watched her walk down like Jessica Rabbit. It was just, I was like, Sam, girl.
She had an ass.
She's a pageant queen.
Matt, like when she turned around, he was like, sometimes I don't even know what to say.
He was like, damn. Yeah, he was
the one that Katie like slapped with the dildo. Or not slapped, but like
she was the one who got touched on the shoulder.
It's very aggressive.
Very aggressive, very uncalled for. I would have been just as upset. Like,
I would have called the authorities.
Look, I get you want.
I thought it was funny.
I It is. And for TV, I think it is. But in real life, I would have been like, you just assaulted me with, you weaponized your dildo and assaulted me.
Girl.
That's the vibe.
I wouldn't have been fully convinced that it wasn't used, and that would have been my issue. Like, I don't want your vaginal walls on my new dress. Like, please stop. Like, and Katie was being very extra about it. Like, it was like really extra, and I'm just like, my personality does not agree with like that type of personality. Like,
but you need those personalities because that's what TV is made out of, right? That was a whole.
She's like a TikToker. Did you guys know that?
I saw her famous TikTok. Yeah.
What's her famous TikTok?
She was talking about how she hasn't had sex in like God knows how long, something like that.
I don't know like which one like blew her up, but she was a TikToker like before she went on. She's got like 200,000 followers on TikTok. But she just like does kind of like relatable girl like content or whatever. I don't know. I mean, people seem like they like her a lot. But anyways, I just thought it was funny that like a TikToker got on.
Yeah. She's talking about dildos and whipping it out and doing all this, and then Matt goes down for a prayer before like giving everybody roses, and it's like
you love the Lord and love what He created.
He didn't create dildos.
Hey, He created what they are modeled after.
Kemi, I'm like, Kemi. With the no comment. I mean, that's true. I can't.
God-fearing woman that I am. I can't even like. I don't know how I would react if I was Mari in that situation. Like, yes, people like Katie are good for TV, but can't she just be in a different scene than me? Like,
She's like, and cut. And cut. You should have been. I could totally imagine Kemi being like, and cut. Can you tell this bitch to get the hell out the way? Like, can you tell her to go somewhere?
Literally, I would have been like, somebody please. Like, no, it's not working out. It's too much. Like, too much.
Okay, agree to disagree. Anyway.
I agree to disagree. Okay, so so let's bow down and pray. Let's talk about
bow down and pray.
Let's bow down and pray. Talk about these roses. So he gives Abigail the first impression rose, which I totally agree with. I agree, ladies. Do you agree
with Abigail getting it?
Yes.
Yeah, I think he seemed like he really liked her, and I think he liked that she was like open and like shared. I always think it's a little like weird just because it's like you're just meeting somebody when people like open up and share like so much at the beginning, but she's someone that like that's something that I feel like is different. Like she wanted to like open up and share about that because it's like such a big part of who she is. So it seemed very genuine. Like sometimes I feel like people talk about like stuff that's happened to them to like, I don't know, just to like, I think sometimes people bring it up at weird times, but she just seemed genuine. I liked her, and it seemed like he really liked her too.
I mean, she was the only one he kissed, right?
I think so, yeah.
No, he kissed that other girl with the noodle thing.
Oh, the spaghetti.
Mm-hmm. I hated that.
It doesn't count.
I thought that was sweet, though. I thought that was. I don't know about a limo entrance, but I think that would have been a cute first night thing, but not not a limo entrance. But I thought the idea was cute.
She went home. He sent her home. That sucks. Like,
guess that's not his lady.
Yeah, so let's talk about, so he gives the final roses. I actually didn't even, because there were 32 of them, how many didn't get the rose? Because the only person that I was devastated about was Alicia. And
there was Alicia, but then there was this other girl. She came up on my TikTok today, actually, and I thought she was really cute. And she didn't get one. Hold on, I'll find her.
the blonde black girl didn't the blonde black girl didn't get a rose. I don't.
She didn't get one.
MJ?
No, I don't
No,
remember.
MJ got one. She's not black.
Oh,
MJ's
she
the white girl with like the. She's got like the golden jewel hair.
She kind of gave me some Amber vibes from Big Brother. Some Big Brother Amber vibes.
The blonde curly hair, I guess.
The blonde curly hair. She had a little bit of that. Yeah, like I was debating, like, is she mixed? Is she not? She didn't look like the.
She looks white to me.
Are you talking about MJ?
Yeah.
She looked white to me, but I don't know.
Yeah, she looked like she had a little extra, but.
I don't know, but there was a blonde black girl. I don't remember her name, but she was really pretty. She didn't get a rose.
Amani, that's her name. Somebody just put it in the comments.
Amani.
Yeah,
she's the black girl with the okay.
She seemed really sweet. One of my favorites of the night was Bree. I loved Bree. She was talking about how her parents separated when she was really young, so she never really had kind of like. She never got to witness like what love is as a child, like watching her parents. I just thought that was so like that. That's the type of thing that just like opening up about growing up deaf. Like I think that that's the appropriate amount of like
opening up.
Yeah, for a first interaction with someone. Like you don't need to go like so deep just to connect with someone because it can be off-putting when you first meet someone. But I think that that's like it shows like why she's there and why it's like important for her to like connect with someone and why she might not have found love in the past. And I thought that was really sweet.
Yeah, she was also one of the first couple girls. I remember she was the one with the first green dress where she walked away and he was like, wow. Kind of like
I think she was the first out the limo.
Yeah,
she is beautiful. She was another like best dressed one for me. Like the dress on her was just so pretty.
Yeah, she was the first girl out. You're right.
Yeah, and I think her mom is Persian. She said, and then her dad is black. She grew up in a.
Yeah, she was saying that she could kind of relate to Matt because she was saying that like her mom was white passing, so it's like very similar.
Yeah,
for, like,
between them. I really have to say that. I mean, compared to any other Bachelor season, I feel like this group of girls very diverse, very like eclectic and just different, and I loved seeing such a good mix of women.
Yeah. They're definitely the most diverse group that there's been. I think somebody like I don't know if it was Reality Steve or who, but they were talking about like just like the breakdown, and it's by far the most diverse that it's ever been.
Reality Steve seemed very upset last night. I follow him on Twitter.
I do too. What do you mean?
Yeah, tell us more.
He came down pretty hard on Matt for, first of all, praying. And then he said something about the fact that Matt was making TikToks with the quarantine crew at the beginning of quarantine. And that's why he hadn't found his match or something like that. And it's like, Steven, please. Like, just watch the show and enjoy it like the rest of us. Like, don't be so hard on Matt. He's just the Bachelor trying to find love. Like, relax.
I mean, again, this goes back to the beginning when I said that I had a few, like, a few little issues with giving him my stand card because of, the whole quarantine crew and just me thinking that he was, looking for love. But this seems like Steve might have a personal vendetta against him.
I think so.
I don't know why he would complain about that.
Yeah. I don't see how anyone could watch that episode and interpret anything that Matt did as like malicious or like bad intentions. Like, especially not from the first episode. Like, I don't think we can garner anything from that other than like he just seems sweet and nervous. Like, that's it.
Ooh, I don't want to post, but I'm just gonna do this because I'm messy. AJ said he was also hard on Tayshia. Seems like Steve has a pattern.
Was he? I wasn't paying attention to him during the
AJ, can you check to see if he was also hard on Rachel? Because then if that was the case, we could definitely find a pattern there. I don't know.
I know that reality.
I don't know. I can't speak on that. I don't know anything about it. So.
Yeah, I know. I don't know either. I don't follow. I
know he's like oddly obsessed with Claire, and he dated.
He did stick up for Claire a lot.
And he dated a blonde from our season of Big Brother, so maybe he just likes blondes. It's amazing that he didn't like Tayshia then, because Tayshia's blonde. Anyways.
Okay, so he gave his roses out, and unfortunately, got rid of Alicia, who was one of my, like, I really liked her. I thought she was the perfect amount of just classy and articulate, and just cultured, and everything. I got really sad because she was, cried. And it got me really upset that someone like Victoria got chosen. But word around town is that obviously they don't choose everybody. The guys, that people just choose. It's known in Bachelor world that people choose their tops, and then production fills in the blanks. So I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt and hoping that this girl leaves soon.
Maybe we'll see her. Maybe we'll see her later, but
I mean, we're definitely going to see her next week. So, top. Or do you all?
No, I mean Alicia. Maybe we'll see her on Paradise or something like that.
I think so. With that exit, I think we'll definitely see her on Paradise.
Yeah, I feel like she did. I mean, the fact that she ended up getting her own like little segment in the beginning and then got cut, but it was like she got some good enough airtime, I feel, where that could be that could be a thing. She could be
our grocery store Joe. You never know.
So who are your finals? Like, or should we do top fours? Hannah, you first.
My top four so far, I think, would be. Hold on, I have a list. Let me look real quick. I would say Chelsea, Abigail. Who is? What is the Ethiopian girl's name? Maggie. And I don't know. I think those are the only two that really stand out to me right now. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I'm going to say Mari. I'm going to say Abigail. She's one of my tops. Abigail, Mari. I kind of want to see where that goes. I think he's genuinely like attracted to her. Maybe with enough time, she might be able to kind of like capture, kind of like charm her way. And let's see. I also like Maggie, and I'm rooting for Kayla. Like I know that it seems very like friendly vibes, but like maybe, just maybe.
Who was the first girl in the green?
Bree.
I like her too.
Yeah, I like her too.
Yeah, she's probably my top. I would say Bree, Maggie, Mari, and I don't have a space for the fourth just yet.
That's fair. We don't know that much about him yet.
I mean, no. And so next week, I mean, he does say that he likes strong, bold women. And he mentioned that.
They all say that. And then they go.
Really?
Yeah, they say that, and then they end up with the who was Colton's girlfriend?
Cassie.
They end up with Cassie after saying they like, Hannah Alabama's.
No, but here's the thing, like his mom seems like a very like, in the way he's talked about her, seems like such a powerful and like strong woman that I couldn't imagine him picking someone who wasn't equally as like strong-willed, Oh, yeah. And we lost Hannah. Hannah had told us that her battery was dying, so bye, Hannah. Oh, okay, here she comes back in, but that's why I had her go first. But yeah, so it's just you and I, Kemi. I think really that's it. Any predictions of like the next few weeks, other than like a Kit versus Victoria, like Royal Rumble. I literally
like
came up with that Royal Rumble, the princess versus the queen, apparently. Royal.
I honestly hope that we get some like love stories. Like I said this with Tasha's season. I said this with Peter's season. I hope that we see the love progress and we don't just find out who he picks at the end after seeing a bunch of drama between the women. Like I want to see the love story develop between him and whoever he ends up with.
Yeah. I just want to see why he cries.
It's because I'm not there. I'm looking.
That was actually one of the things that came into my head when I saw him cry. But, you know, it was just like, oh, God, it's about Kemi again. Wow.
And everything.
Yeah. Yeah, but Steve always laughs when that happens because you see all these beautiful things and you see like all this love and all of a sudden it just like turns into someone crying and he laughs every time. And it's just like, well,
the most dramatic season yet.
The most dramatic season. Yeah, well.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us tonight. And honestly, like it's going to be an amazing season. I can feel it in my bones.
Yes, I think we're going to have a really, really good season. We're really excited to recap it every Tuesday at 8 p.m. If you don't, again, I keep on saying this, but we always have to say it. If you don't already, click like, subscribe. If you didn't click the like button, please, pretty please, click like, subscribe, click the notification so you know when we're on, and share this with somebody if it's their first time watching The Bachelor or not. They'll let us know. And then also follow us. Kemi, anything that you want to say in regard to, I don't know, anything that's happening in your life you want people to know?
Not really, but the challenge comes on tomorrow. If you are a challenge fan, we are also recapping the challenge on Thursdays at 8 p.m.
On Thursdays. And also on Thursday, I will be, I will be doing The Bachelor, or the recap, and then right after doing a forum or be speaking with Zach Ramsey with his mental health collective and talking about body positivity in the new year. So that's going to be fun. Yeah. So if you don't, follow us on Instagram and you get all of the information there if it's something that you want to check out. Other than that, we love you. We thank you. We are so grateful for all of you, thankful for all of you, and we will see you Thursday, right?
Yes. See you next time.
Next time.